Welcome to Date Night with the
Coopers.
the show where we the show got me laughing. I can't even get my words out. And the channel where we review film and sometimes TV shows. If we like a film, what do?
We send it upstream.
And if we don't like it, what do?
Don't waste your time.
You don't have time for none of that. Because we don't have time. That's why we did this. We were tired of scrolling. So here we make it so you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
We're looking out for you.
And we sat through some duds this week.
We're actually about to talk about some duds, in our opinion. We like to be positive, but sometimes you just gotta keep it real.
Making movies is hard.
It's hard.
Really, really hard to make a movie. So when you see a dud, you think, golly, all the money they put into that?
Yeah, so today we will be talking about some action films. And there's some ones that we would say go see, and there's most of them we're going to say don't go see. Okay. Go see meaning go see it on your couch. Let's get ready. I'm going to get my little glasses on. Oh, and a little housekeeping. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. We love comments. The comments fuel us. In fact, we're going to be answering some of the comments more in the future, right?
True.
Yeah. Here we go. Get my Clark Kent going on. Bam! Can you still see the reflection in my... I don't care. We're going to light it better next time. I keep saying I'm going to light it better. I hate seeing the lights in my glasses.
You can't see it.
We lit it properly. Today we're talking about Thor, Morbius, Avengement, and Soul Vibe. Let's kick it off with Thor, Love and Thunder. $250 million budget. Director, Taika Waititi. Starring who? Who is starring?
Our good friend, Chris Hemsworth.
Yep. Natalie Portman. My sister from another mister. Christian Bale.
Yeah.
I love his crazy stuff.
Yeah.
He seems like he's crazy for real. I love Christian Bale. Tessa Thompson.
This movie.
I'm about to drop my mirror, Lord. Go ahead.
This movie.
We forgot Russell Crowe.
This is what I heard. I heard that Chris Hemsworth didn't want to do another Thor movie. But then in the last Avenger movie, when he became Fat Thor, then it became so interesting to him again that he wanted to explore that, Yeah. But he explored Thor in a way in this movie that didn't need exploration. I mean, I get it. They made a comedy. That's the thing.
It is a comedy. It's listed as a comedy.
This is a Marvel movie that's a comedy.
Yeah.
But it's not really that funny.
And I do love some of the humor. Like, I definitely love Guardians of the Galaxy, the way they write those films. I mean, the comedic timing and everything is great.
Yeah. But
this was kind of written, and Thor has always had some comedy in this. Mr. Waititi puts that humor, make sure that's in the movies. But this, I was kind of like, that's not funny right there.
And then Christian Bale is so fully committed.
He's committed
to this villain.
Yeah.
And then you've got
he's Gore the God Butcher. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, he's got this hokey, Thor character who's coming after him, and he's like super focused. And Christian Bale brings it, whatever he does.
Christian Bale embodies a character. He becomes a character.
It just didn't work.
Yeah, I think so. The premise, if you haven't seen it, it came out earlier this year, and then it's been streaming for about a month now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus.
On Disney Plus. Which we love Disney Plus. You said we were surprised about that. We're surprised. I guess because we had a certain, there was a certain mindset going to watch the Thor movie, and then we realized, oh, that's something different. This is very different than what we. I don't think that's maybe most people. Yeah. That's why it's been a lot of this commentary. But the movie centers around him trying to find, inner peace, and this is interrupted by Gore the God Butcher, this being that's destroying all the gods. So he goes to Zeus, a chunky Zeus.
Yeah, played by Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe, to get help, and he's like, no. But he does get help from Natalie Portman, who obviously plays, Jane, who's his ex-girlfriend, and Tessa Thompson, who's now King Valkyrie.
Right.
So they're helpful. And I love them. I love all the brilliant actors. I don't know if you think it was a screenplay? What do you think? Let's go through our questions. Do you think it was a well-made film?
There are a lot of visually interesting things in the movie, but I have so many problems with this movie that I can't even think about it. The story was just extremely thin. The ideas of the characters being, I mean, I hated this movie.
So you didn't think the story was good? You didn't think it was good for date night?
No.
As you upstream or downstream on Thor. Golly. And we love the mythology of
all
Thor.
the Marvel movies, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, actually mythology too. Remember we went to, and I love, even when we were flying to Iceland, I love learning. I felt like I was sitting beside Thor on a plane.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
That guy, I said, wait a minute.
He was like 6'8".
He was like 6'8". But moving on, I love Tessa. I love Natalie. She's so smart. And moving on. Morbius.
Yeah.
Columbia Pictures. Director is Daniel Espinosa. Starring Jared
Leto.
So there was debate, was it Leto or Leto? So it is Leto. We watched a very funny episode of Conan's show, and it's Leto. Because our fan tried to call him out. Anyway, I'm getting lost in that. Anyway, so in Morbius, it's about a living vampire. Dr. Morbius has this debilitating disease, and so does his BFF, played by who? Matt Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, his best friend. His name is Crown in the film. He has this debilitating disease, and shout out to him for losing weight or whatever he did. He looked emaciated.
Yeah.
They should give an award for that.
I know.
Then he looked diesel.
Yeah.
I said, give him an award.
Yeah, he looked like Christian Bale in that.
That Machinist.
The Machinist. Yeah.
That's a good movie. Depressing, but that's a good.
That's a
Christian
really good
Bale,
movie.
bring it. But anyway,
Yeah.
we're talking about our boy Jared. So so he does these experiments that are not legal, right? And he's doing the experiments. One of the major moments, he does an experiment on a ship, kind of in the beginning of the movie, on himself with these special bats, and he becomes fused with the bats and becomes a living vampire. And so the crew members try to kill him, and he instead kills them, right? And he has a love interest in a boat, another doctor. And then his BFF also injects himself with it, but he told him not to do it. So the whole movie is those two against each other, the best friend and him against each other, with the love interest caught in the middle.
Yeah.
And I don't know what. Let's go to our questions. Was this a well-made film?
No. Morbius was not a well-made film. They took a lot of liberties. I feel like they really. Oh man, where to begin with this movie? I mean, the character of Morbius is an interesting character. He's
Absolutely.
got this debilitating disease. The comic book's really interesting. It's really more of your darker comics, and Leto is probably a good actor to choose from, but
I like him.
I like Matt Smith. I used to watch good. Doctor Who, so I love Matt Smith. But
he's killing it on Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
he's killing it. But keep going with this one. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a weak story. It's a weak character development. It's neither gore nor thriller nor horror.
It's not fully committed to being horror. There's one horror scene.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not your conventional superhero movie either.
Right. The action. Yeah. I mean,
a lot of CG, baby.
You're never really behind the character. You never really root for him. It's not like a traditional Avengers or Marvel character that you root for.
Right.
So if you're going to create an anti-hero, then there should be something that you're rooting for him to do. But in this case, they kind of, give him an origin and then just let him.
They tried to give us a reason. He has, like I said, that disease, and they show him as a little child, and he bonds with Matt Smith's character. They're both like in an orphanage or something like that. And then Matt Smith is super wealthy. You see he has a rise. So you kind of root from them from that standpoint. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I believe why Matt Smith is so evil so quickly.
Yeah,
and that's just the problem. Yeah, I don't know. My spectacles back on. Look, I don't have time to talk about it anymore. Upstream or downstream for Morbius now?
Don't put it in your queue.
I
mean, I'm sure we're kind of late to the party on this one because the movie was out, but we're just talking about what's streaming, and that was shite.
This has only been streaming a few weeks, so we're not too late on this one for streaming. That's what we're talking about. The coolest thing was the ship in the movie was named Murnau, which is the director from
the original Nosferatu.
Which is a German film. Which is the first. Was it the first horror film? In the 20s, or is it the?
It was a silent movie.
Was it in the 20s,
1922, I think it was.
I saw that in film class. Film.
I had to watch that in film class.
And Virginia Tech.
For German Expressionism. That was the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I had to watch too. It was an interesting film.
Dr. Caligari was in there, and there's a few other movies, but that was a big one.
Yeah, that was cool. I like somebody was thinking when they were writing about that part, like the historical accuracies and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tyrese was in it.
Oh yeah.
Always Coca-Cola. I like Tyrese because it's Tyrese.
Yeah.
Okay, upstream or downstream?
Keep it moving.
Dang. We're trying to find something for you guys. So we had to dig and find something old from 2019 on Netflix that is new to us. We're always finding these gems. We're going to talk about our personal cult classic, Avengement. But don't watch it if you're not in the mood to fight. This is like a movie. They're getting bloody and fighting. There's a lot of fighting.
This movie is great. I love this movie.
It's a lot of fighting. And they're throwing down in this movie constantly. I said this movie is a mix of John Wick. What's the show cross? John Wick and what would you say? Because it was so wickish.
There's a movie called Bronson that it's really like with Tom Hardy. Did you ever see that movie?
I never saw that. We should do that for one of our other cult classics.
Well, now that you've seen this, you would like it.
Yeah. But yeah, it definitely is nonstop action.
Yeah.
Nonstop fighting. This poor child.
I'd say it's in the vein of the Kingsman, the Raid Redemption.
Raid Redemption. That's what it's like.
Yeah, it's in that vein.
Raid Redemption. It's brutal. Starring Scott Adkins. He plays Kane Burgess?
Kane Burgess.
Burgess, right. His brother is like this, higher up loan shark who's just, trifling. So he runs an errand for his brother. And while running the errand, this lady accidentally gets hit by a car. Brother made him steal from the lady. The brother's like a terrible loan shark. And he gets sent to prison. And the whole time he's in prison, the brother keeps sending people out to kill him the entire time. So the whole movie, he is battling for his life. And he comes out to seek revenge. So what's exciting about this is the way they wrote it. It's written all over the place as far as timeline. But the way they connect it is beautiful.
Yeah. It's a really well-made film. It's a really, really well-made movie. Is it great for story? No, but when you are looking for a good action movie, where all the fight scenes look really, really intense, bone breaking, elbow smashes, and pounds to the face, and I mean, it's a gritty movie.
How many times did I look away?
Yeah, like 10 times at least.
Oh, I know. It looks so, But they did win an award for best fight scene.
Oh, did it?
In 2020. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And you can tell, I love it when you can tell an actor is trained.
Yeah.
Like, that boy can fight. It's like you can tell. It's not just acting.
He's a karate black belt.
Yeah.
And I think Taekwondo and something else. I forgot.
And is it good for date night?
Yeah. Well, I mean, let me preface that. It's graphic, it's gritty, it's grimy. It's British, so some people can't understand the British accent, and they're on the farther side with the Cockney accent.
Do a Cockney, baby. Do a little bit of Cockney.
I'm a good fighter, but I can't do it at the moment. But so since it has all those kind of elements into it, you have to kind of be ready for it.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm depressed and I'm going to watch this movie because it'll make you even more depressed. But if you're in a good state of mind and just want to see some really good action, I think you'll enjoy it.
John Wick is like that too.
I agree.
Because he's already kind of depressed kind of character.
Yeah.
All those type of characters are just like
they're already sad.
It's like the series I love that's also part of it was brought him back.
Who?
Punisher.
Oh, Punisher.
Yeah, same thing. He's
brooding. It is like Punisher.
It's like Batman.
Yeah.
The brooders. But they can throw down.
John
but they're
Wick,
doing it for good.
Punisher, they're all like the same type of brooding.
They follow the rules to a point.
Treat me bad.
But you don't get it if you don't. Yeah, if you do something
Totally
foul.
agree with that.
But they would never hurt a child type people.
Right.
Okay, our last one is Soul Vibe. It's a South Korean movie now on Netflix. Is from this year. The director is Hong Sung-moon, and it stars. It's got a huge, gigantic ensemble cast. But the main star to me is Yoo In. He plays Dong-wook. He's so adorable. It's so adorable. So is the cast. But they're these young derelicts. They are amazing drivers in the film. But it's not quite Fast and the Furious. It's kind of like you said, looking at an A-Team episode. So you trying to feel good about yourself, or just had it playing while you like clean the house up? Put that, but you got to watch it. If you know, I have to watch sometimes. You know, stuff because they did dub it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I don't like dub. I'm like, just let me, you know, learn some of the language and let me read. I'm good with it.
They do have the option.
Yeah.
You can listen to the original language with subtitles, but it is like Fast and the Furious light. You know, it's not. It's retro because it takes place in the 80s.
I love that.
They have a lot of retro music in it, which is really cool.
Hip hop too.
Yeah, the cars are really understated, so they've got, you know, regular cars that they're racing. It's not the high end fast cars or anything like that.
80s cars too.
It's
80s.
And it's a stunt show, so there's lots of driving. There's lots of, you know, chase scenes and stuff like that, which are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm on the fence on this.
I thought it was pretty fun. I think it's if you don't take it too seriously. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not Fast and the Furious. Mm-hmm. So if you go with that type of mindset, you're gonna be like, it's not. No, sorry. But it is entertaining. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're goofy. Yeah. It's just like you have to be in the mood for it. I'm kind of up and downstream in that one. I'm like in the middle. It depends on your mood. But I enjoyed looking at them in their fashions. They're dressed like the 80s. It's set during the time period of the Seoul Olympics. And basically, they are hired drivers. They are super fast, like the best in the world. Mm-hmm. Even though I'm like, how are they stating that when they're not racing anybody internationally? Right. But it's all right for the script holes. I'm okay with it. But yeah, and then they have the police have them go undercover and work for one of the largest crime bosses who put the president in place. So they have some political things going on in the movie too. Like you can tell that the writers try to get their political viewpoint in some kind of way. Right. And the drivers, all they want to do is move to LA. Mm-hmm. So it's a bit of nationalism because they're like showing, no, they stay here, but they want to move to LA. Mm-hmm. But their kicks, they got all the 80s clothes on. They're doing all the hip hop songs. Yeah. They got the swagger. It is a fun movie. It's just not quite a normal stunt racer movie. Yeah. Not like Drive or it's 18.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to say because I think the first Fast and the Furious movie is a really good movie, actually. It's not great either, but I mean, it's a really fun movie. I think I'd put it in the same vein as the first Fast and the Furious movie. Yeah,
and for, I guess, a first effort from, I don't know if this is this director's first time doing a movie. Like, I know he's big. I mean, he's big as far as in films. Mm-hmm. And this is just like a breakthrough as far as the Netflix one, but he's huge. Mm-hmm. But as far as this genre, so I was reading about him.
Upstream or downstream?
I'm swimming in the middle. I'm in the middle of the lake.
There's no middle.
I'm in the middle on this one.
I'm going to have to go downstream.
Nah. I'm up in a little bit. I saw some outfits I want to rock.
So you're up and I'm down.
Maybe so, yeah. Right. I'm not all the way up, though. All right, guys. That's our action films. Oh, check out Carter. It's the same type of situation, soul vibe. The script is not...
Oh, my gosh. Carter. I forgot about
the script is not.
We sat through a lot of movies this week.
I don't know. I don't know about the script on that one. Okay. But the action is crazy. I've never seen action scenes like that ever.
If you've seen The Kingsman, there's that scene in The Kingsman where it's one continuous, they're in the church and then all of a sudden everything starts to go crazy and everyone's trying to kill each other. There's a scene in Carter that's like that, but on 10, and it's a really, really cool scene. It's gritty, graphic, grimy. It's nasty.
It's how it starts.
Yeah.
It's in the beginning of the movie. It starts. I mean, you talk about nonstop and unbelievable action.
Yeah.
I said, oh my goodness, are you doing this jumping out of a plane?
Yeah. But then it gets really cartoony with the action. Like if I had my army men, that's what they were doing in the movie.
It was. Because they were trying to simulate a video game.
Yeah, I guess.
And yeah.
Did you see Hardcore Henry? Hardcore Henry is kind of like that too, where it's just first person, graphic, gory, really fast paced, can't keep up, so much happening. I don't know if I give that an upstream. I think I'd give it a downstream.
I think that's also a downstream.
Yeah.
Hey guys, sorry to be downer. Sorry to have so many downstreams on videos. If you've watched our 4 other ones, they've all been upstreams. Go see The Woman King. Oh, it's amazing. They all have been upstreams. Elvis, we did that one. Amazing. Me Time. Some people didn't like it, and I understood why they didn't like it. But we liked it. It was fun. Goofy, but fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but
McAfee. We reviewed that already.
But not this week.
But not this week. We kind of not feeling none of
There's
them.
a lot of duds this week.
Avengement.
Yeah,
but just be ready because his
good.
blood even got on the camera when he went by. I said,
That's
wait, is
true.
that real?
That's true.
So enjoy your date nights. Spend time with someone you love. Cat, dog, bird, husband.
Not necessarily in that order.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.